How do you feel about your looks?
My looks? I'm happy. I think I look pretty good. Yeah, I always look cute.
We work till about 2, then go to a club, have some fun. If a guy tries to pick you up, we'll go.
How do I look?
Well, if he's HIV positive, he'll infect you automatically, so you have to protect yourself.
When you go out with guys, you've got to have condoms, so you won't get the disease.
Easy Girls. That's the name given to the 12,000 prostitutes in Abidjan, capital of the Ivory Coast.
I left my parents' house to get on with my own life, to do things my way, be in control, have the things I want. And when I go to my parents' place, I don't bother them. I do what I want. That's the way it is.
My father didn't want to keep paying for my education. He said, well, I wasn't doing good at school anyway. I was just wasting time, so he didn't want to pay anymore. So I wanted to become a seamstress, but he said no.
There are girls who are going to school. They come and turn tricks to pay for their school and things. That's why there are lots of girls who do things, you know.
I was going to school, but I stopped going last May. Now I work in the club. I work during vacation, and when school starts up again, I go back.
For a while I was with a guy and I had money and so on. Well, we separated. Now I'm back here.
Now look, I'm pregnant. I'm carrying his baby, and the last time I saw him, I told him, well, we had sex more than 4 times without condoms. I told him, I'm pregnant from you. What are we going to do? Well, he never said anything. He just left.
The guy I slept with, he took off to France and he's not coming back. I'll never see him again. I don't know how I'm going to be able to feed this kid.
If you need some money, you can do 2 or 3 Johns, just like that.
So that's a way to make some money.
Yeah, to get some cash.
When you see these women working the streets, what do you think?
Well, I think it's not their fault, you know. It's not their fault. They could go sell things in the market, I guess. They could do something else, but what else are you going to do? You've got no money. You've got no money for food. You've got no money for anything. You feel bad about yourself. You've got no choice but to wait by the road for some guy to pay you to get laid. That's what you do.
How much do they pay?
It depends. If you happen to get an okay guy, he'll give you more. Maybe 20 or 30.
20 or 30,000?
Yeah.
A really good John, sometimes it's $1,000. Ordinary guys, nobodies, sometimes it's 15, maybe 30. But bosses, guys who are loaded, they pay a lot.
When you go out with a man, how much do you earn?
20, 30, 50,000.
At up to $80 Canadian per client, these ladies of the night are often earning as much as 100 times more than the girls who ply their trade during the daylight hours. Their territory, the shanty towns, like this one. Most of the prostitutes who work here come from neighboring Ghana, women with no means who are lured here with promises of work, even wealth. Abandoned, left to fend for themselves, often unable to speak the language, prostitution is the only way they can survive. Philip and others like him rent small rooms to the women during the day. Before they can even start to make money for themselves, the women have to have 4 clients just to pay the cost of the room.
It's a furnished room, There's a bed, a mattress.
How much does a trick cost?
A trick is always 300. 300 francs each, and the girls can do quite a few every day. About 10 guys, sometimes even 30. It happens sometimes.
It's money and opportunity I need. Otherwise, this isn't the kind of work I'd planned for my life. It's not something I like, not at all.
But could you do something else, perhaps?
Something else, but how? It's money that talks. If you want to learn a trade, you need money. You want to do anything, you need money. And if you are working but don't earn enough to pay for food, the house, it's not enough. Well, you have to do something else to get the extra money.
I've got no way out.
Pardon?
There's no chance for me to do anything else.
I guess it's not easy, eh?
So when they're groping you, do you get paid afterward, or do you have to put up with it?
You have to let them because you work in this kind of a bar. You have to keep the place running. If you don't let them, the owner will throw you out.
Well, actually, some things I won't allow. I don't let them touch my breasts. Well, I don't always let them.
Why?
Because I don't like it.
But why?
Because I don't like it. If it was my boyfriend, that'd be different. But not just anybody.
So are you trying to tell me you're not involved in prostitution?
No, but there's some people.
Are you a prostitute?
No, I don't know.
Do you sleep with men?
Yeah, I sleep with men.
But isn't that prostitution then?
Okay, all right, I don't know. Maybe it is prostitution.
It's no life, You see some pretty girls, basically just kids who are there, who'll do just about anything. That's no life. If only you had a home, you were married, have some kids, that'd be better. It'd be better than hanging around. Guys, they come along and do whatever they want with the girls.
So what do you think of men?
I just don't trust them anymore. I don't trust them. It's like they scare me.
Would you say you're happy?
Me? I can't say I am. I can't say I'm not. I can't say yes and I can't say no. I'm in the middle.
Why can't you say yes?
I can't say I am and I can't say I'm not because I don't really understand. Sometimes I have money, I feel okay, but when I don't, I get pretty down. And I say, what am I doing in this place? But when I've got money and guys around me, then I feel good. But without money, it's, what am I doing here? That's the way it goes. It happens sometimes. It's not really me, this kind of life. It's not like me at all.
No?
No, I know it's not like me.
How do you see yourself when someone's touching you?
I don't know. I don't like it, but I go along with it because I want to run my own life. That's why.
You said you loved your child like your mother loved you. What do you think she'd say about the life you're living now?
That's a tough one, eh?
What would she say to you?
They wouldn't like what I'm doing.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think they wouldn't be pleased?
I don't know. It's a disgrace for the family, especially my mother.
Why don't your parents know what you do?
I'm not going to explain to them, but it's my business. It's my life. If it was good, I'd go tell them.
Do you cry sometimes?
Oh yeah, lots of times. A lot. When I think about my life, I feel like I cry a lot of tears. I cry.
La chair de poule me prend tout le corps. Elle m'envahit jusqu'au fond de moi. Parce que tu fais des victimes à travers le monde. Même parmi les bébés jusqu'au plus vieux.
Yeah, AIDS. I know it exists. I know it. But I watch out. I guard against it.
Do you have girlfriends or acquaintances who have died from AIDS? How many would you say?
My girlfriends?
Yes.
2 or 3.
Does that frighten you sometimes?
Yes, I'm scared. Sure, it scares me. A lot. Because it's an awful disease. It really scares me.
Do you fear for yourself sometimes? Do you ever think it could happen to you one day?
A lot. I often ask myself, when they tell me to get tested, I ask myself, will I go take the test? It scares me. I don't know. Maybe they'll find I've got a disease. I don't know. I've got these ideas in my head.
So you've never gone for the tests? Because you're afraid?
AIDS kills. Without a condom, you must always and always say no. So, condoms want you to enjoy a long life. Damn virus.
Maudit virus, quand je pense à toi, je frémis, je frissonne, j'ai peur. La chair de poule me prend tout le corps. Elle m'envahit jusqu'au fond de moi. Parce que tu fais les victimes à travers le monde. Même parmi les bébés jusqu'au plus vieux.
I know the situation is urgent because in relation to AIDS, the level of prevalence is very high. It's rated at around 80 to 88%. Therefore, something must be done.
Among the prostitutes?
Among the prostitutes. And when we know that all our children take their first steps in this, starting in this environment, I mean, this is where they get their first experience in sexual matters, which is to say, everyone is exposed. Our husbands can go there because there is prostitution at many levels. And our children can go there, our brothers can go there. So, there's an urgency in this milieu.
Ah, damn it.
What's the matter, honey?
I forgot the condoms.
That's all right, honey. We've been out 3 times together already. You know, I trust you now.
Until you've had your medical screening tests, keep using condoms.
We've come to you this evening to try to give a little explanation of just what AIDS is doing to our country. Understand that in 1985, the year AIDS was first documented in the Ivory Coast, there were 2 cases of the disease of AIDS. Now in 1995, we already have 18,670 new cases. Condoms must be used because to date, it's the only way to protect people.
When I think about AIDS, it scares me. So, I don't want to go out with just any guy. I don't trust guys because of AIDS. And I know it exists. Some people think there's no such thing. Like, just a while ago, a guy came up to me and gave me money and the whole bit, and he said, "Okay, let's go." But I said, "No, we've got to get a condom." And then he said, "Well, if you're going to be like that." He didn't want to use a condom. He wanted me to go to bed with him. But I said, "If you don't want to use a condom, forget it." He got mad and left because I don't want to end up like that. I won't go out with a guy if he won't use condoms. You just never know.
Do men use them willingly?
If he won't use a condom, I tell him, "Just take me back. Take me back to the bar where you pick me up and let me out there." Often they get mad, throw the money at you and say, "Get lost." Then they leave.
Maudit virus, quand je pense à toi, je fléchis, je frémis. Maudit virus, quand je pense à toi, je frémis, je frissonne.
The problem is when you want to be with a man, you have to make him feel like they say he has to be in a very manly condition before you take out the condom. Because if he's not good and hard, the condom will slip.
Making these easy girls aware of the importance of protecting themselves is the work of the PPP counselors. They also direct the prostitutes toward a free and confidential AIDS testing clinic, a clinic where the women can also be treated free of charge for syphilis, gonorrhea, or other sexually transmitted diseases, which can cause lesions, which in turn facilitates the transmission of the AIDS virus.
You see? You must roll it all the way down right to the pubic hair. Now, some people say you can put it on, but it will come off after. That's only because it hasn't been put on all the way.
You have no sexually transmitted diseases?
No, except when I went to the hospital, they said I had some discharge. That's all. Other than that...
Pardon?
Except when I went to the hospital, they told me I had some discharge.
What's that?
Discharge? Ah, in the vagina. It's white. That's what they told me, and gave me some medicine. It's treatable. So other than that...
Very few prostitutes seek help from official medical services. For treatment, the majority buy low-priced drugs from door-to-door peddlers. Women with no medical training, and drugs which are often past the expiry date and imported fraudulently from neighboring countries. With funding from the Canadian International Development Agency, the University of Laval in Quebec performed a study of the actual effectiveness of these miracle drugs. Inappropriate medication which cures nothing. Sooner or later, the prostitutes end up in the hospital after infecting any number of seasonal workers who then continue to spread the AIDS virus when they return home. The Ivory Coast is doing all it can to halt the scourge crossing its borders. AIDS is destroying the country little by little, killing its youth, its vitality, killing those upon whom rests its development and its future. Though the fight against AIDS has given birth to a new solidarity, that of the large African family is withering away. Parents prefer to keep what little money they have to pay for funerals rather than for the treatment of an incurable disease. AIDS patients die alone, abandoned by those they love.
You hide away to die, eh?
You hide away to die?
Yeah. It's no life, eh? Even we know this isn't any kind of life. But without this, we can't earn a living any other way. It's a rotten life, but there's nothing we can do about it.
I don't know how I can explain this. Here I am, okay? So when I'm here, I say, why did I come into this business? I ask myself how I managed to end up in this situation. I wonder. I calm myself down, and then afterward, it's okay. I just wonder, that's all.
What did you dream about as a little girl? What did you want to be? What was your dream?
My dream? To become a star. To be a star.
It's all a dream.
What do you dream about when you're by yourself?
Me? I dream about getting married one day, have kids, a normal life.
When was the last time someone said they loved you?
It's been a long time, eh? A long time. I can't remember.
It hurts me. And if I could find a better kind of job, I'd do that and leave this behind. It's depressing. And anyway, it's been really slow. Lately, it's no good at all, but we've got no choice.
What would it take to make you happy, really happy?
Me? A home. To have someone look after me, give me all the things I want. Oh, I'd like that a lot. That'd really make me happy.
And how do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
I guess not much better, you know.
Why not?
I just don't think it'll be any good. I guess it'll stay like this forever, because it's already headed that way. It really gets me down.
So how do you see yourself 10 years from now?
In 10 years? I don't know. Well, because I've got a kid, I don't know what she'll be like either. Me? I don't know about my life.
What dreams do you have for your daughter?
My daughter? That she goes to school and later gets a good husband, has nice kids, and a happy home. That she keeps going to school for as long as she wants to.
You don't want her to become like you?
Never. Oh, no, absolutely not. I want to make my daughter happy. That's for sure.
Why wouldn't you want her to be like you?
Why? Because I suffer. I don't want... Look, let's talk about something else. Yeah, ask me a different question. I'll answer some other question. That one's not good.
You don't like that question?
No, I don't.